This is the Assisa fund classification. Okuyile fund ebekhuluma ngayo uModern. Right? This is the fund Modern was talking about. Money Modern was talking about. He was talking about Satrix Top 40. So what investment management companies do is they don't think outside the box. They don't invent anything because this index is already created. This index already exists. So what they do is they just follow whatever the index is doing, or they just buy whatever company is in this index. Because mawuthi uyayibuka share price yale index, it's been rising ever since. And last year most of ama gains from this index was dominated by ama mining companies. Look at it right now, it's 113. It was dominated by mining companies, which is no surprise if you look at this. How many companies in the top 10 are gold companies or mining companies? Gold Fields, Anglo Gold, Ashanti, Valterra, Anglo American. So that's 4. There is 4 mining companies. Who's the closest? And then I think they also have the 4 banks. They got 3 banks: Standard Bank, Capitec, and FirstRand. And then they also have Process. You see, they have Naspers and Process, which is like the benefit of splitting Process and Naspers. You get to extract value from both companies. Because uNaspers usulist separate, Process usulist separate, as compared to if Process was still listed under, or if uNaspers was still owned by uNaspers, you would only get this investment of, or you'd only get the opportunity of yokuthenga ama-shares kaNaspers as an investor. But because they unlock value, or they unlock the value ka-Process, you can buy on Process, you can buy on Naspers, and still make money on both sides. And then they also have MTN la. So as far as ASISA classification is concerned, this fund is large cap. So ama companies, they are classified into different things. So this is large cap. What large cap means is market capitalization. Remember, we talked about market capitalization. So market cap ayifani ama companies. Khona ama companies amancane, khona angabiza ama-billion. Like if you look at this, like kade sibuka this is bananas. Like this is crazy. AP top 48. Kade sibuka no, didn't I? Kade sibuka no top 48. Anyways, so I'm saying khona company ebiza 200 million. Khona company engawona u213 billion njengo-Absa, or ebiza 2.6 trillion. Khona company u2 billion. So those are small caps, which is small capitalization. Small market capitalization, basically. That's what that means. And then you have large market capitalization companies, which are Absa, which is the top 40. So then, of course, it makes sense. This company only invests, or this fund only invests in large market capitalization companies because it's the top 40. So they only invest in these top 40 companies. They track them. So if you're an investor and you're buying this unit trust, bringing it back to basics and kind of wrapping it into one basket. Siqede lento. So whenever we investor ibiza malini le unit trust, we need to get a price. Kumele kube khona price somewhere la. So now my fees. So of course you're gonna be charged my fees. There's no free lunch, my bro. There's no free lunch, my sister. We must get a price. So remember, we talked about 10 rand. I made an example logo to mawithenga mhlambe u10 rand wena unit. So what's going to happen is that over time is shares of these companies that this fund is invested into, as they appreciate, as the shares appreciate, your unit also appreciates. So if you have 400 units, of course they appreciate 400 units, and then after, let's say, 5 years, your unit is 15 rand. So now you have $5 of profit, 5 rands of profit. Excuse. So now you have 5 rands of profit. Five rands times 500 units. You get the picture. Talking to yourself is crazy. I'm actually looking for the price. Goodness sakes. I'm looking for the price, Yale Fund, because I don't want to log into my Easy Equities account. We don't have to do that. I don't have to clickbait you. If you're here, you have to be here because you like the information, not because you want to be clickbaited. Okay, we let's see management advice, blah blah blah. Oh my god, bro. Satrix. Price. Let's just make, let's see. I think MoneyWeb should have it. Yes. Voila. Here we go. So let's say usually it's either going to be 10 rands or it's going to be $100. So my companies, like, they usually go for like an easy to identify number. At initial value, the unit is gonna cost you 10 rand or it's going to cost 100 rand. But after a while, the unit is gonna cost $113 from $100. So you total this started from 100. I was looking for, I want to notice this is not detailed enough as I wanted. Here we go. Kahle kahle nje bekumele size la. Satrix ETFs. Kumele ngize lana. So if you look at this, unit yale price, unit yale fund. This is Satrix equally weighted top 40 index. It is 2000. But I'm looking for, here we go, all funds. So this is how you go. You can go to Satrix website, you go to all funds. So yeah, Nancy e-unit trust, and then you go for MDD. This is MDD. That's how you get there. So MDD is the minimum disclosure document. So they are also called a fact sheet. A fact sheet is just going to tell you how much money is invested into this. So remember, I said 5 billion. So in this, there's 6.7 billion. This is people's money, real people's money. And if you want to invest into this, you need a minimum lump sum of 10,000 or a monthly 500. So this unit trust has 6.7 billion. If you want to participate, you can either invest your 10,000 or you can invest your 500. This is the Satrix Top 40 Index. What this means is, this index tracks the top 40 companies in the JSE. So the top 40 companies in the JSE are solely based on market capitalization. Market capitalization of a company is share price times the number of companies that are or the number of shares that are outstanding in the market. So these are the top 40 companies. You have Absa, Anglo American, Anglo Gold, AB InBev, we have Ono Mondo, MTN, maningi companies, but the top 40 companies. So this fund, this Satrix Index fund, it invests into these top 40 companies. So it changes over time because, of course, varying based on the performance of these companies, you can either be the biggest company or be the worst company. You can fall out of the top 40 as well. So when you invest into this, you don't think a lot. You're not going to be buying shares based on your own thinking. You don't have to do a lot of your own research. That's the good side of Farmer Unit Trust. They are professionally managed. They are managed by Usetrix. Usetrix has a bunch of analysts, has a bunch of portfolio managers. Some of them have PhDs in investment management, or some of them physics, engineering. But they are investment professionals. So they take this 6.7 billion and they buy these top 40 companies. They invest into these top 40 companies. So for when you buy 500, or when you put 500 per month into this fund, this Satrix Top 40 Index Fund, which is a unit trust, you buying this fund, or you also investing into these companies indirectly. You see, you don't have to buy Naspers, because, for example, Naspers share price costs how much? It's 1,000, right? We looked at it earlier on. And that's how much is Naspers share price. Naspers share price is 1,144.17 cents. You can't invest into this share with $500, even if you can. Look at Capitec. Capitec is crazily expensive. Capitec share price. Capitec costs 4,187. That's Capitec share price. One share. Share one like Capitec. It is 4,000. So you can't buy that share with 500. But you can if you're buying a unit trust. A unit trust lets you put 500,000 per month with Usetrix. And you can do this with Usetrix. You can do this directly with Usetrix. You can directly open an account with Usetrix, or you can buy it on Easy Equities, or you can buy them with, you can open an account with the likes of Abo 91, PSG, Old Mutual, Liberty, a bunch of companies. Like, I'm not lenient to any company, and I'm not advertising for any company. I'm just sharing information. So that's the benefit of Ama Unit Trust. Uguti, you don't need a lot of money to invest, and you don't need a lot of research as well for you to invest, because someone else does it on your behalf, who is professionally trained, and they wake up every day doing this. So what else did Modern talk about?
The Absa New Gold Fund. At $400 a month, you'll get to 100K in your...
So Absa Gold Fund. So there's this one as well. This is OneVest S&P 500 Infotech Index feed. No, this is a feeder. But this is one of the funds as well. The same concept applies. So OneInvest is going to pull the money, say it amounts to 5 billion, and then they're going to buy shares if they're buying shares, or they're going to buy bonds if they're investing in bonds.